finally gets the breakthrough. Garton frustrated with himself.
Really exciting when the sort of bigger crowds started to come back in. The first one was that 25% crowd we had against Sussex in the T20. What we'd done was made a conscious decision to build the extra stands we normally have for the internationals earlier in the year. So rather than building them just before the one-day international, the men's one-day international, we put them in a good few weeks ahead so we could use them for the entirety of the T20 campaign. The atmosphere was electric. It felt a bit like champagne cork going off to a certain extent. People just wanted to be here. They were grateful to be here. They were supporting us as a club. They were supporting each other as spectators and fans. And whether you have good days or bad days on the pitch or off it, those are the things that you really remember.
Members and supporters that visited the Bristol County Ground in 2021 would be, I hope, very pleasantly surprised with the creation of the Legends Walkway and all the work that's gone into branding and placing Bristol on our walls, so the work of Silent Hobo and his street art. Even more than the look and feel of the ground, we had a couple of really positive improvements on our facilities. So although the Thatcher's Bar was built in 2020, it hadn't actually opened its doors to a member or supporter until 2021, and that's instantly proved a very, very popular spot. And we've created, above the Thatcher's Bar, a new hospitality terrace area that we're working with St Austell, now called the Korev Terrace. And that's proven to be an instant hit, especially on the T20 nights, but certainly something that members can also enjoy for Championship and RL50 matches.
Being able to host men's and women's international cricket is singly one of the most fantastic things that we're able to do here as a county ground. I mean, it's such an honour to be able to host the very, very top flight of men's and women's international cricket that we feel incredibly lucky to do so. And this year being entrusted with 3 women's internationals and obviously our men's ODI as well is really important to us, and we want to keep building that. A recognition that the county ground is a great place to come watch cricket, but also that international teams can come here, they can enjoy their time here, they can play great cricket on great wickets. And in the last sort of 5-6 years, we've hosted more days of international cricket, men's and women's, more matches than any other venue in the country, which I'm immensely proud of. One of the really important things we've got a sort of job of ours as a first-class county is to produce players that can go on to play internationally. And we've had a bit of a quiet spell in that respect, but it's great to see that James Bracey and David Payne both got recognition for that this year.
Yeah, the ODI call-up was completely out of the blue. Last thing on my mind, we'd had day one of Cheltenham. Obviously I was standing skipper for that game. So that game was purely the focus of my mind, and that's all I was thinking about. So as I say, we'd had day one. It was the morning of day two. I was in the hotel room, checked my phone and saw I'd had a missed call from Chris Silverwood and a WhatsApp message from him. Yeah, it's surreal thinking about it now that he just asked could I come and join them down in Cardiff, and obviously explained what had happened with COVID, and they were putting a new squad together, and I felt like a kid at Christmas again. I guess I just couldn't wipe the grin off my face. And I was saying, every time I think about it now, I almost just want to put that grin back on. The recognition alone was huge, and it was almost all I needed a little bit. Feeling like you're close, but not knowing it can be a real stress. So just to get that call, so not playing a game, I would have loved to. Everyone knows I would have loved to. But actually just being there and experiencing it for a week and being able to say that I was called up to the squad and that I've been part of an England squad and to know that I'm that close was huge for me, and what I really needed at that point in my career, and it's just given me a huge push to keep going and try and get there again.
Shifting from the men's ODI to Cheltenham the next day is always challenging. I mean, but the reality is we've been there quite a lot in recent years. I mean, the 2017 Women's World Cup, we doubled up. 2019 Men's World Cup, we doubled up. So we've got quite a lot of experience of sort of either delivering both at the same time or sort of chopping and changing from one to the other. I think the significant thing about Cheltenham this year was we obviously hadn't had the event at all last year in 2020. So we were absolutely determined at the beginning of the season that whatever happened, we were going to go to Cheltenham and we were going to play a festival of cricket there. That was a sort of non-negotiable in our sense. Again, same challenges, slightly a very different layout this year, and one actually which I think worked really, really well, and I'd like to think we'll see more of that. It had a slightly different style, but it didn't lose any of the Cheltenham sort of the magic, the stardust that Cheltenham has. So that was a real treat to go there, and huge thanks to our operational teams and also all the teams at Cheltenham College, etc., for all the help in setting that up, because it isn't easy. It takes a lot of time, a lot of thought, especially with a new setup. But it was magical that first day when I walked up there. I'd seen it a little bit the week before in the build-up, but to turn up there every single year, I get that tingle down the back of my neck, and to see it looking better than ever this year was incredible in the circumstances we were all under.